Hello, how are we? And reflections on day 57 of the Tao. Living without authoritarianism. That's what the Tao says today. Today is about leadership and about, I suppose, parenting and all those places where we may be involved in influencing other people's thinking, where we may be required to be involved in other people's lives, but also our own. Acceptance and flexibility are really key words, I think, that come out for me today. We get lots of people in life get really used to only allowing themselves to feel uber confident when they're in a place of knowing the answer to the question, and what that then means is that I end up living a very structured and a very rigid life. Sometimes I end up having to live my life twice in order to be able to know the answer to the question, in order to be able to be good at it, or to feel powerful, or to feel great. Whereas and that naturally and steadily for lots of people brings about order and structure and rules and how they can conceive of the creation of ideas. And the big one that I see all the time is what is and isn't professional in this world, especially in a corporate leadership environment. And so the Tao today is about letting go of all those rules, of going with the flow, of there not being a formula, of just connecting with a real inner sense of confidence and choosing to connect with it. There's a phrase that we use quite a lot in the world of mountaineering: beaten paths are for beaten people. Many people get used to only being able to use the map or the formula for how to do the world that they've been given. Some people occasionally kind of dance around just off the edges of that, but have to put themselves back into the map quite quickly. And occasionally you meet some amazing people who just have a real inner sense of confidence to either not need the map or to be completely and utterly open to actually going into the unknown. And if need be, they'll write a map, they'll create a map, because they've got that deep sense that they have the skills in order to be able to, survive and then thrive. And they do that because they build an intimate relationship with themselves, their own esteem, their own sense of self-confidence, rather than necessarily completely and utterly connecting with the rules of how they should be or what it means. And whether that be because they're operating within a family structure, or whether that be because they're operating within a commercial structure. But ditching the rules doesn't mean anarchy. Very often ditching the rules means stopping you just being better than someone else. Very often when we enter into a place where we're competing with other people, where we're operating within a structure of a set of rules, we only end up being better than someone else, as opposed to being the best that we can be. And very often the best that we can be is an incredibly powerful and empowering place to be. And so by having that sense of inner acceptance, by having that sense of inner relationship, by daring to actually ditch the rules, be able to simply just go with the flow and explore how we feel, daring to do something for the first time, daring to do something which we have no knowledge or no relationship of, just generally giving ourselves a go by challenging ourselves to explore how we can do something new and different, be it sign up to parachuting, whether it just simply be wandering around barefoot. I've no idea, whatever it is for you, but do something different and have a new experience, and recognise that actually you're okay, it's okay, and that by not engaging in the rules, then the world is still okay. And actually there's a sense of joy and peace and harmony in all of that. So be accepting, be flexible, ditch the rules, but maybe just create some new rules, as in you're okay, you're all okay, and you always were and you always will be. And very often it is only the comparison piece, as we now live within a world of compliance where we're forced to be able to build a set of relationships with someone else's rules or someone else's vision of us that holds us in a place where we don't get to be happy or the best version of ourselves, and we only get to be better than some others rather than the best that we can be. Explore that. Ditch the rules for a minute. Do something that you've never done before. Show yourself that you can have a completely unique and new experience and it still be all okay. Do something you've never done before and just recognise that you can easily be the best version of yourself. So until day 58, do something different,